We've got some interesting things happening lately in the news, on social media. I'm sure you are more than aware there have been some cancellations, or should I say attempted cancellations going on recently. There is a very famous podcaster who people are saying he's been spreading misinformation. People are saying that he's become a very controversial figure. The host of the Long Days podcast, a man by the name of Giannis Papas, has apparently said some very, very controversial things. No. We all know who this is really about. We all know Mr. Rogan's statements that he's been making. People are saying he's spreading misinformation. Now, I will say, of all the claims that people have against him, most of these misinformation statements were made by his guests, not actually by him. Now, he's also said some things that people don't like, from the COVID-19, treatment opinions to some recent video clips that have been circulating. There's a lot of things that are difficult to defend. He's kind of put himself in a tough position here. I don't listen to his podcast. I used to. I've listened to a lot of his conversations, but I haven't really been a listener of his in a long time. Now, his opinions on COVID apparently have ruffled some feathers, to say the least. People say that he's anti-vax, and whatever. I haven't looked into that too much. Just to get back to the whole Joe Rogan cancellation controversy, Spotify, Neil Young, and all of them. What does Neil Young think he's going to accomplish by leaving Spotify? First of all, he hasn't been relevant since he came out with that collaboration album with Pearl Jam back in the early 90s. So I don't know what he expects anyone to do about it. A bunch of other no-name people are, leaving Spotify. Fine. Go ahead. Spotify is like, nope, we're not doing anything. We are sticking by this dude. He makes us way too much money for us to give him up. And of course, oh my God, everyone's trying to get him deplatformed for, quote, spreading misinformation. Since when did saying something that a group of people doesn't like qualify you to get deplatformed? I don't understand this whole push. There is a very recent mindset out there, mostly in the demographic of younger progressive thinkers, that if you say something that isn't 100%, factual, scientific, research related information, if you're just talking to someone and you happen to veer off into a part of the conversation where you're not talking about scientific research, that all of a sudden you're spreading misinformation. Well, you know what? Maybe that's just human conversations, right? Look, I'll say it again. I'm not a Joe Rogan fan or whatever. I used to listen to him a lot. I don't anymore. But I do know that people are overreacting about this. I think this is pretty ridiculous now. We have top White House representatives talking about a dude with a podcast. We have the President of the United States, as well as other major world leaders, tweeting about Spotify and podcasts and Joe Rogan. I mean, the dude who used to make people eat worms on national television and swim in pools of cockroaches is now the most controversial and famous podcaster on earth. How did he get there? How did he accomplish this? I really want to know. I'm trying to grow my own podcast. How do I get there? Mr. Rogan, can you give me some tips? Can you give me some advice? Because this is some excellent publicity you've accomplished for yourself. What's really funny to me is the fact that when everyone starts calling for Joe Rogan to be pulled off of Spotify, Rumble swoops in. And if you haven't heard of Rumble, Rumble is a YouTube-esque video app. Rumble sweeps in and offers Joe Rogan a $100 million deal to bring his video podcast to their platform. In the wake of this video clip circulating the internet of Joe Rogan repeatedly using the N-word, and everyone's saying that he should be pulled off of Spotify, Rumble swoops in with the deal or no deal offer. Welcome to Rumble, where you can say the N-word all you want. That's the message I'm hearing. So anybody out there looking for that kind of platform, go ahead. Go to Rumble. You can say anything you want, apparently. They don't care. They won't touch anything.